Bill Weidler. Bill Weidler, I spent all day with him on the water, and he put on a show. Had 41 pounds even to start today. Looking for 4'7", 22 pounds, 10 ounces, 22.10. His biggest bag of the tournament gives him 63.10, and Bill Weidler is your brand new leader. $22 pounds, 10 ounces today gives him 63.10. And the Triton Mercury Pro from Alabama may just be sticking around for Championship Sunday. Going to weigh that one for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Obviously going to take that over because he's the first angler to weigh in. 4 pounds, 5 ounces. Currently leading for Phoenix Boats Big Bass for the tournament, 6 pounds, 5 ounces. That a 5-1, exactly what you called it on the water, Bill. And man, what a show you put on here today.
Yeah, you know, I did have a good day today. I caught him pretty quick, and I lost 1.5 first thing, and I know it really hurt me. But, you know, I made a decision to move off my spot because I was hoping I had enough weight to get in the top 10, and I didn't want to burn them. When you're catching 4-pounders and you're throwing them back, you know, you got to make a decision. And I know there's bigger ones there, but I didn't want to stick any 4s that could help me tomorrow if I made it. So I don't know if I messed up or not, man. I hope I made it.
You can't be upset no matter what way this works out. I mean, to have your biggest day here on day number 3, you're definitely doing things right. No matter what way it works out, tell me how you or do you even want to divulge that? Or do you want to, I mean, I don't know how this is going to work out.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just drop shotting for them. You know, I mean, I'm looking for them, and I drop shot for them, and you know, I'm fishing about 13 foot of water, and I got a couple areas that just have some big ones. So let's see if we can't get out there tomorrow. Hopefully we can. We're going to make something happen.
I hope you can, because I think he's got a thing or two to show you, ladies and gentlemen. Laid off pretty early today. Well, here's a guy you got to watch out for in every single tournament. 2016 Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion from Mount Carmel, Tennessee, David Mullins. At 43 pounds and 6 ounces, looking for 20 pounds, 5 ounces to take the lead, 17-15. He moves into second place, 2 pounds, 6 ounces short of the overall lead, but with 61 pounds and 5 ounces. Every day is doomsday for David Mullins. Mullins, what a tournament you're having here this week. I mean, it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been fun to do it out there, just looking at the Garmin, you know, trolling around and catching them. But, you know, I tried to duplicate what I did on day 1 and try to expand that area. And man, I just never could get settled in today. I called 2 real late, but it just seemed like I was rushed all day today. And, I still can't complain. I had a great tournament. I just hate not bringing 20 pounds up here again.
Talk to me about that, how that one piece of equipment really, it's very rare what we're seeing here, and you talked about it on live. I mean, there's one piece of equipment that's really dominating this event.
Well, it's not rare because they did it to us years ago when they had side scan first come out, and I was running a flasher then, and I'm like, I finally got one when side imaging come out. But, you know, what we're all running, and you see a lot of guys that's going to be in the top 10, even top 15, are all running Garmin Live Scope, and it's a forward scan technology with sonar, and man, you eliminate so much water with that because you actually see the fish. So you know what dead water's at, you know where the fish are living at, and you just put the trolling motor on 40 to 60%, and you control around till you find one, and that's how I caught most of mine this week. But it's been awesome. You know, I ran that Phoenix everywhere today, and I tried my best to burn those Battleborn lithiums out, but I just couldn't run into a big bag.
We'll hope you stick around for tomorrow. We'll find out at the end of our weigh-in. Let's bring out a 4-time Canadian Open champion from Cavan, Ontario, Canada, Corey Johnston. At 43 pounds even, looking for 20 pounds and 11 ounces to take the lead. 5 all alive, 23 pounds and an ounce with 66.1. Corey Johnston is leading the Yeti Bassmaster Elite at Lake St. Clair. 66 pounds and an ounce. They want you to hold them high, Corey. They want a picture of you. You are leading this tournament. They need to see the dude that is leading this tournament. Just 2 events after your brother becomes the first Canadian to ever win a Bassmaster event. You are 5 fish away from becoming the second Canadian to do that. I mean, your biggest bag of the tournament, what does that do to? Did you save some stuff, or is it just the lake slicking off helping you? What's going on?
Yeah, definitely the lake slicking off helps. I mean, that's what I wanted all weeks, calm, flat, so I can see them with my forward-facing sonar. The Garmin Live Scope is just unbelievable. I've caught every single fish off of it, and I can put the trolling motor on 100, cover a ton of water, find new groups of fish that aren't pressured, and that's the biggest key.
Okay, more importantly, I want to know how much better would it be to see Corey Johnston win than Chris just a few weeks? I mean, tell me the difference in the kind of victory celebration that we would see.
A lot bigger and better. It's always bigger and better.
Okay, bigger and better. That is one adjective to explain you. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. He is your tournament leader, Corey Johnston, with 66 pounds and an ounce. But look out for our next angler, a classic qualifier from North Carolina, the baby shark, Shane LeHue. Oh boy, another good day for Shane LeHue. Had 43 pounds, 9 ounces, looking for 22.9 to take the lead. 21 pounds even with 64 pounds and 9 ounces. Shane LeHue moves into second place. I want to watch or welcome all our viewers that maybe be tuning into a Bassmaster weigh-in for the very first time. Watch us all day long on ESPN2. This is one of the major things that makes our sport different. All those weights you saw all day long are unofficial. It's not official till the weight hits the official scale. And, man, a great tournament you're having here, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to complain about it, but the last 2 days I've weighed in a 3.5 pounder. And you got to have all over 4 pounders here to have a chance. So maybe I can go out and catch 24 pounds. You know, I'm doing the same thing Mullins said. I'm literally trolling around on the trolling motor. Thank God I got lithium batteries. Those lithium pros keep me going all day. And the Garmin Live Scope, I just troll around and I literally just pitch a accent flatworm to them and hope. I mean, I pitch to a lot of fish. Maybe not all of them are smallmouth, but most of the time I can tell. And today I kind of got in tune with it where I could almost tell which ones were going to bite. The ones that were just a little bit off the bottom, I got most of them to bite. So hopefully we can find 5 more good ones.
I'm looking forward to seeing it tomorrow. It's going to be a fun championship Sunday. Let's bring up our Elite Series Angler of the Year leader. He's won that title 3 times on the FLW Tour from Texas, Clark Wendlandt. Current leader in Angler of the Year and looking to become tournament leader needs 21 pounds, 13 ounces. 20 pounds, 13 ounces. 1 pound short of the overall lead. But he is going to be in the thick of things when we leave the dock at 6:30 tomorrow morning for Championship Sunday here at the Yeti Bassmaster Elite at Lake St. Clair. Clark, it has been a lot of fun to watch this thing go down. I mean, I think when you're competing, sometimes you just don't realize exactly what's happening until afterwards because you're only seeing what's happening with you. But it's been incredible to watch you, and it's been incredible to watch this whole tournament. It's hard to believe with everything going on out there, it may have got even better today.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a pretty decent starting spot. I've fished well early, and then I've called a few times during the day. I'm not catching just a whole lot of fish, but you know, it's just a really cool place. I fished my first tournament here, and bass fish came the first time in '94. Davey Hyatt reminded me of that. And I fished it. There weren't even GPSs back then. We were just trying to line up a couple of things out there, try to figure out where we were. But it's a super place to fish. I love how flat it is, and I look forward to tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to seeing it go down on ESPN2. You'll be able to watch on Bassmaster.com in the morning. ESPN2 starting at noon. But let's bring up our Day 3 leader from Florida, John Cox. Left the dock this morning with the lead, so he's not officially a Day 3 leader unless he takes it back here. Needs 20 pounds, 12 ounces. 20 pounds, 12 ounces has exactly what it takes to get the lead back. And he's officially our Day 3 leader. Team Berkeley's John Cox getting it done since day number 1 with 66 pounds, 2 ounces. Cox is leading the Yeti Bassmaster Elite at Lake St. Clair. Looking to go wire to wire here. We're going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass, currently being led by Corey Johnston with a 5'5". No longer that 5'10" is now the new Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the day. And boy, it seemed like it was a lot tougher for a while today. But man, you got it done, and you're leading this deal 5 fish away from an Elite Series title.
Man, I fished so hard today, and man, it was a struggle. There was a few times I wanted to melt down because I kept getting hung up, kept breaking off. And I just kept moving. Everybody left me. Man, it was awesome. I just bounced around and caught those few today, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.
You've accomplished an incredible amount in this sport. I mean, nobody can argue with your resume. But I know you've won an Elite Series title. How many times have you visualized in your head thinking, man, I'm going to be leading a smallmouth derby. I'm going to be 5 smallmouth away from winning an Elite Series event.
I had that dream, but when I woke up, I realized I'm like, I'll never win a smallmouth event. And to be here in this position is just so unreal. I mean, even today I was like, man, just let me make that top 10, so I can get a top 10 here, and man, to be leading is I don't even know what to say. It was amazing.
It's pretty incredible, and I can't wait to see it go down all day long tomorrow on Bassmaster.com. Let's hear it for your tournament leader, John Cox. From our tournament leader to the guy who rolled out of town with the title last time, from Minnesota, the amazing fighter man, Seth Fighter. Rocking the Bassturbators face shield. Nice to see it. 39.7 to start the day. 5 fish to add to that here today. 17 pounds, 5 ounces. Gives you 56 pounds, 12 ounces. And Seth Fighter moves into 7th place currently. Seth, this one a little tougher than the last time we came here to St. Clair for you, but today your toughest day of the tournament, was that just all a result of the pressure or the lake slicking off?
I think it's mostly because it's slicked off. It's a lot harder for me to catch them when it's like that. Crankbait bite kind of died, and had to just kind of peck and claw to get what I had.
This week, a lot of, obviously when you return to a spot where you took a title, I mean there's got to be that much more hype, but why is it so different this time around for your bite specifically, do you think?
It's a lot earlier in the year, and the lake's really condensed, and it's just been getting a lot of pressure. So, they took 2/3 of the lake out, and then, nobody's working, so everybody's fishing, and they're extra smart right now.
They are extra smart, but you're one of the smartest to play the game, and you're going to get our Phoenix Boats a Big Bass Award from our last event. That is 6'6", I believe, that largemouth. So hold your Happy Gilmore check up, and you got to check for the Pinto, and always good to see you. We'll see what happens with these Johnston brothers as they battle it out. Let's bring up one of our Texas pros trying to get back to Texas for the classic. Frank the Tank Talley had a giant day yesterday, 22 pounds, 10 ounces at 42.4. And today, 7 pounds, 12 ounces. And Frank, I know that hurts, but man, the good news is you had that big day yesterday, which rocketed you up that leaderboard and got you a bunch of Angler of the Year points going to that classic, hopefully, and that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, Dave. I knew I was gambling, fishing shallow for them smallies, and they just ran out. There wasn't much there this morning. So, hey, I'm just happy to be fishing day 3, and this week's been like Christmas around my house. There's been so many birthdays, so I just want to wish my daughter Destiny, my wife Christy, and my son-in-law Casey. They all had birthdays while I was gone. So I love y'all. I'll see you in a few days.
Great to have you here. We look forward to seeing you at our next event. A 6-time Classic qualifier from Reed Springs, Missouri, Chad Morgan-Taylor. Chad Morgan Taylor had 41 pounds and 4 ounces as of this morning. Love to get him in our top 10 again. 19 pounds, 10 ounces. He's in the top 10 right now in 7th place with 60 pounds, 14 ounces. 60 pounds and 14 ounces. And Chad Morgan Taylor inside the top 10 right now in 7th place. And no matter what way this shakes out, I'd love to see you out there again tomorrow. But no matter what way it shakes out, you got to be happy with this northern swing and how it panned out for you.
Yeah, you know, this northern swing has thrown me curveballs in the past. So, you know, it's really been an interesting deal. Today, the first 2 days, I've caught all my fish by about 9:15 off of one spot. And then I couldn't cull them out because they were the best fish that I was catching the day. Today, no bites there. None. I was like, oh, boy, here we go. It's punt time. Wheels are falling. They're not falling off, but they're wobbling really hard on the wagon. So I ran my stuff on the lake that I normally had been, but today I just got a couple of those better bites today, and it helped me out. You know, I was around a few guys today, as we have been pretty much every day. But today, I knew I was doing something a little bit off. I was around Ito within 100 yards of him or so. And I'm telling you, that was a machine to watch today. And I knew I was doing something wrong. And I could see the fish with my Garmin live scope, and I couldn't get them to commit. And I'm like, all right, what's going on? So I kept changing. I finally dropped down. I thought, what have they not seen out here yet? So I actually dropped line size, went to 6-pound test at Gamma Fluorocarbon. And then what I did was, the only bait that I had that I thought they hadn't seen is John Cruz came out with a little worm, and it's a flat tail. And I'll tell you what, I could not, it's called the Quiver. And it was the 4.5-inch one, and I put that on, and things changed. And I had to nose hook it too. So just adjustments all day long. And then I caught like a 4 something and a couple of heavy 3s, and things started going my way again. So, man, I tell you what, it's a constant guessing game with these things out here. But all things aside, I had a great time, great northern swing. Everybody obviously has welcomed us with open arms, and I hope we keep coming back because I love catching these big old brown bass.
I'm sure we will. Congrats on a great northern swing, and we hope you stick around to Sunday. We'll find out at the end of our way, and let's bring out our Bass Nation National Champion from Beaverton, Oregon, Cody Holland. Cody Holland with 42-11 and another big day today. Needs 23.8 to take the lead. 23 pounds, 6 ounces. 23.6 and just 2 ounces short of the overall lead. But our Bass Nation National Champion looks to go to work on Championship Sunday here at the Yeti Bassmaster Elite at Lake St. Clair. 66 pounds and an ounce. And the Bass Nation National Champion representing 5 pounds, 6 ounces. Not going to take over Phoenix Boats Big Bass, but boy, you are 2 ounces from an Elite Series title and in a great spot going out in Championship Sunday.
Man, I didn't think I had that. I cannot judge these fish for the life of me. I didn't weigh but one of them, and I knew it was right at 4, so I knew I had roughly 22 pounds. I put one in at 4.5, and it was probably that 5.6. But my day started a little rougher than it had been. Without the wind blowing, my first spot, there was nothing there. I caught 2 fish on it. They were both on a crankbait, and I didn't see them below the boat. I tried dropping on a few, and they just did not want to eat. So I went to my secondary spot, and I was like, I'm gonna have to lean on this spot today. Well, that spot doesn't seem to matter if the wind's blowing on it or not, and I caught 4 fish that were 3.5 to 5.5 pounds off of it, and I had to lean on that one. I went back to my starting spot and went down a little bit farther than what I had been going up into it, and I ended up catching another probably 4.5 off of that. So, I mean, it's one of those days. I mean, this tournament's been phenomenal. This place is awesome. these fish are so much fun. It's hard to tell if you have a drum or a bass a lot of the time because they just dig.
Well, the good news is it's not over. You're going to be sticking around with us tomorrow, and I can't wait to watch it go down on Bass Live.
Yeah, it should be fun. I got to thank all my sponsors, Lowrance, Missile Baits, Premier Portable Building, Stevens Marine, Sack Lunch Fishing, anybody that I missed, Fishaholic, the face masks have been amazing, keeping my face from burning and stuff like that. So thank you guys very much.
Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Let's bring out the first and only Canadian to win a Bassmaster event from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. At 42-14, looking for 23-5 to take the lead away from John Cox. But he just wants a shot to get out there tomorrow. Needs 23-5 to take the lead. 21-2. He moves into 6th place with 64 pounds even. And both Johnston brothers inside our top 10. Currently, both you and your brother going fishing tomorrow. I asked Corey what would be different if he were to win an Elite Series title here this week. He just said it would be bigger and better. What do you have to say about that, Chris?
I don't know. I'm going to have a talk with him because he pulled up beside me and he put a hurting on him this afternoon. So I'm going to have to get a little redemption on him tomorrow, I think, and switch it up. And I need the 23-pound bag tomorrow, that's for sure.
It's incredible what's been happening here this week. A lot of pressure on this body of water, but how has it continued to put out fish?
This lake's just full of fish. There's so many 2.5 to 4 pound fish, but it's really tough to get one of those 4 to 5 pounders, and I haven't got one all week in the tournament. So hopefully tomorrow's my day, and there's a lot of fish around. But today I struggled a bit when the boat traffic got up. The way I'm fishing, I'm looking for them on my live scope. And it's a little tougher when you got boat wakes coming, and I think the fish settle down on the bottom a little more. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm looking forward to going back out there.
Go get rigged. Can't wait to see it go down. The 2016 Elite Series Rookie of the Year from North Carolina, Jake Whittaker. At 40 pounds and an ounce. He's got 5 alive, and they're all nice size. Looking for 16-11 to get in the cut. 22 pounds, 6 ounces, 22-6. He moves inside the top 10 in 8th place with 6. $22.6 to give him 62 pounds and 7 ounces. And man, how fun was that?
Yeah, and I had a 3 3/4 in there I never could get rid of, or it'd have been a really, really good day. And of course, I say that was a good day. So I'm tickled to death to have that. That 18.5 pound day one's going to hurt me, but gosh, man, I have had a blast out here. I've been fishing mostly in the river. I've caught some on the lake, but mostly in the river, and that's just kind of where I felt most comfortable during practice. And I just kind of put my head down and drug my little True South 1/4 ounce Ned rig around and come up with 3 good days of fishing. So I'm happy with it.
When 18.5's your rough day, you know you had a good tournament. Congrats.
Yeah, and I want to just say thanks to all my sponsors, everybody watching back home. I'll be home tomorrow.
Safe travels. Here's a guy who traveled a long way, all the way from Japan, Takumi Ito. 42 pounds and 6 ounces. And I got more texts from fishing buddies telling me how fun this dude is to watch than I remember getting in a long time. 5 fish today. 19 pounds, 3 ounces, once again inside our top 10 in 9th place with 61 pounds and 9 ounces. Overcame so much to be here as part of the Bassmaster Elite Series, and we're sure happy to have him. Takumi Ito, an incredible, incredible run in the north, and we're talking about a guy who had never caught a smallmouth before this year. And wow, what a tournament. It's so fun to watch you compete. I mean, Is it an act, or are you really having that much fun out there, Takumi?
Oh, really? Thank you very much. I'm fun too. So very excited today. So, but I wanna catch a 20. So, but it's okay. So I'm so fun today.
The bite seems to have changed. Have you changed through the tournament, or have you done the same thing all 3 days?
Today's a little change. So because I try so yesterday fishing. So but sometimes so fish is escape. So maybe both fish don't like both. So I fishing technique. So I change. So I gonna bite.
What bait are you using here? I think you're using a different lure than anybody. Maybe.
Yes. I use a Japanese bait. So yes, Japanese bait.
What does it look like?
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like, the bait? What does the bait look like?
Look like crow worm. Crow.
A craw?
Yes, crow. Yes, crow.
All right,
Yes.
I'm going to check it out on your social media.
Yes,
It looks
thank
very
you very
different.
much. Yes. But it's so excited. So thank you very much. So Michigan people and the service crew and so I stay in so my friend house. So long day. So I can every day. So interesting. Thank you very much, John. Okay, thanks.
Very good. In 9th place, we hope you stay in top 10. There's people delivering shirts out there. Seems to be a big thing. Let's bring up an angler. Here's a guy who's made all the cuts in the north, Brock Mosley. 39 pounds and 13 ounces. Want to thank all our floating fans for being out there. 19-13 today. He moves into 12th place with 59 pounds and 10 ounces. Some of our Bassmaster crew rolling around and handing out some shirts to our floating fans. So want to thank you for that. Want to thank everybody who's come out here this week. Well, you had a baby born the day before the St. Lawrence River event started, so you've been away for a few weeks, and as Tripp said, you officially qualify now for 5 weeks of baby duty until our next event.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, after this week, you know, it's been pretty rough out there as far as, you know, the water, and, you know, I've caught all my fish this week looking down at my live scope, and, you know, when you're looking down all day, I mean, it just, and you feel like a bobblehead out there in the waves. So I'm pretty stove up just from doing that. Like I said, I caught all mine using live scope. I had 2 drop shot rigs rigged up, both rigged up, caught all my fish on a net bait contour worm, and I would literally just scan back and forth until I seen a fish, and I'd toss over there and catch it. You know, it's a lot of fun, but, you know, this place, you got to catch them every day. And, you know, I'm averaging just shy of 20 pounds, and I don't even know if I'm going to stay in the top 15. This place is pretty unbelievable. And, man, I hope we get to come back soon because this place is, like I said, is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. Always great to see you here. And we look forward to seeing you for the rest of the season. 4 events ahead. A classic qualifier from Wisconsin, old Bob Downey. Had 39 pounds, 2 ounces as of this morning. Looks like a good day today. Needs 22.3 to get inside the cut. 21 pounds and an ounce. He moves into 12th place with 60 pounds and 3 ounces. The best part about our new weigh-in setup is the tookus shots you get when our anglers grab the fish. 21 pounds and an ounce. Great day today and great tournament. Unfortunately, outside of the cut, but that 5-1 not going to take over Phoenix Boats Big Bass, but a great anchor to another great finish for you here. Got to be happy, Bob.
Yeah, I'm super pumped about how the week went for me. I fished really clean, only lost 1 fish in 3 days. So this place is really cool. I was here like 10 years ago for a college Big Ten tournament and haven't been back since. So it's super fun to get back here. And I just want to say thanks to B.A.S. for getting everything going here with the situation that we're in the world. It's a real positive and good light for a lot of people, friends, family, to be able to follow along with these events. I think that's really sweet. So also want to say thanks to my sponsors and my friends and family back home for all the support. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much for being part of it. Let's bring up the 2016 Rookie of the Year, the 2018 Toyota Texas Fest champion, Drew Benton. At 40 pounds and 3 ounces to start the day. 5 fish here today. 19 pounds and an ounce. He moves into 14th place with 59 pounds and 4 ounces. Another good finish on the Bassmaster Elite Series for Drew Benton. Drew, got to be happy how this smallmouth derby ended up for you.
Yeah, just to come out of the 3 northern swing events with 2 cuts made was really huge for me. Now we're gonna get to go back to my neck of the woods and have 3 grinder events. So I feel like I've got a little bit of momentum going into the rest of the season, and we'll just see what happens. It's going to be a lot of frogging and flipping and shallow water power fishing, and that'll be right up my alley.
Looking forward to watching it go down. 4 events left, and he's going to be part of all of them. Let's bring up an Elite Series rookie from Minnesota, Austin Felix. At 42 pounds and an ounce coming into today. Needs 19.4 to get inside the cut currently. 18 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into 11th place with 60 pounds and 15 ounces. But a good finish for Austin Felix, his first season here on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Austin, good tournament. I know you wanted to stick around till Sunday, but hey, man, you can't be upset at a finish like this, and as good as the fishing's been especially.
Yeah, they smashed them out there. I told you last tournament, if I could just catch them 2 days in a row, I felt like I'd have a chance to make all 4, and I actually felt like I caught them pretty good all 3 days, but they just absolutely crushed them here, and I don't know, I figure it's going to be taking close to 62, which is mind-boggling. I caught all my fish looking at them on the graphs this week, dropping on them with a drop shot. Yeah, that's about it. Kind of bittersweet ending. Wish we had more smallmouth tournaments. Now we get to go back and catch dumb largemouth, but hopefully I got enough of a cushion now, an AOI, that I can coast. But I doubt it. We'll have to catch them every tournament from here on out.
You can't coast on the Elite Series, but I know you'll be eyeing at catching them, and we look forward to seeing you there. Let's bring up a classic champion and a former Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Oregon, Jay Ellis. Jay Ellis had 43 pounds and 15 ounces to start the day. Needs 22.1 to take the lead, 17.6 to go fishing tomorrow. 20 pounds and an ounce. He moves into 6th place with 64 pounds even. Jay Ellis should be part of our top 10 on Championship Sunday, or at least unofficially is right now. Nothing official until the end of our weigh-in. We started this tournament with 85 anglers. I've already cut it down to 40. And after today, only the top 10 move on to Championship Sunday. And I don't think there's a bass fishing fan in the world that wouldn't love to see Jay Ellis as part of that. Man, got to be having fun here this week, Jay.
I'm having a ball, Dave, and I'm catching all my fish shallow this week, which is a real treat. It's how I normally fish here. I normally don't catch this many big ones doing that, but I'm just fishing a chatterbait with a Yamamoto Seiko trailer and just burning it around the shallow grass flats, and those big smallmouth come up and ramrod it. It's a lot of fun. So it's just fishing it on a Lew's custom pro spinning or bait casting reel with a 20-pound Strike King Tour Grade fluorocarbon, boat flipping every one of them. It's so much fun. But it's I'd love to fish tomorrow. I hope I make the top 10. I've had an unbelievable week so far, but besides fishing, I got a little story I want to tell. Besides tournament fishing, I also lead the Cast for Kids Foundation, and the Cast for Kids Foundation is all about enriching lives of children with special needs, and we take them fishing. We put on events around the country to take special needs kids fishing. I always mention that at a weigh-in. And we've had several new events start after people watching Bass Live and watching this, and they start new events. We had a great one, a new event last weekend in Minnesota. A guy named Adam Harvey, last year when we were here in October, he heard me mention it. He started a new event up near Minneapolis couple weeks ago, and a bunch of special needs kids came out, had a ball catching fish. Every one of them caught fish, and they just had a fantastic time. So if anybody's out there listening and you'd like to bless some special needs youth in your community, look us up at the cast4kids.org. Get in touch with me or one of our regional directors, and we'll help you plan an event, and you can make a difference in a special child's life.
Thank you for everything you do both on and off the water. Let's bring up a 3-time Elite Series champion, a former Bass Nation national champion, Paul Mueller. Weighed in the biggest smallmouth bass in Bassmaster history on the St. Lawrence River. Looking for 21 pounds, 5 ounces to fish tomorrow. 20 pounds, 15 ounces. Moves into 12th place with 61 pounds and 3 ounces. Unfortunately, going to get the weekend off here, Paul, but man, Smallmouth Derby, and I'm not shocked to see you in contention for the cut again here this week. It's been a great northern swing.
Yeah, it has been. You know, I can't complain. I fell a little bit short, and I think it's due to yesterday's weight. Just didn't keep pace, but what a fantastic fishery this place is, man. I don't know how many smallmouth I caught. My thumbs are sore. Caught all my fish on a Berkeley Max scent flatworm. Again, I mean, that bait has carried me all the way through this swing. And the whole key for me is the Garmin Live Scope Panoptics. I mean, all these events, this whole northern swing, I've used it to catch pretty much everything that I've weighed. It's incredible technology, and man, I hope we come back because this is one fantastic fishery.
I'm pretty sure we'll be back here. Let's bring up a former motocross racer that makes his living on the Elite Series from Newcomerstown, Ohio, Hunter Shryock. At 38 pounds, 9 ounces at the start of today, and another good day here for Hunter Shryock. 5 fish all alive, 21 pounds and an ounce. He moves into 17th place with 59 pounds. Hunter went to work again today, and another good day out there. You know, whenever you can have a tournament. I mean, it's got to be frustrating to catch them as well as you did and be like, yeah, I
you know,
finished 20th something.
You see all the boats out here and stuff. It's going to be bouncy out there tomorrow. So, you know, it's one of them things. No, I'd like to be fishing out there, but, you know, everybody's talked about it, forward-facing sonar. I use my Lowrance live sight to catch 100% of my fish this week. Huge deal for me. You know, pitching a little max scent flatworm around made a big difference. But I spent like 2 weeks trying to figure out that live sight from the Lowrance, and I got it dialed in, and it paid off here in a big way.
Paid off in a big way, and another great finish for you. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you all season long. Let's bring up a 3-time Elite Series champion, the former heavyweight champion of professional bass fishing from Auburn, Alabama, Steve Kennedy. Had a big day yesterday. Looking to keep it going here today. Needs 22.4 to get inside the cut. 19.7. Going to move him up to 19th place with 58 pounds and 12 ounces. 58.12. And Steve Kennedy, another good payday. And weighing in with the tags on your hat, and maybe for the first time ever, a different hat. I mean, what happened to your hat?
It was extremely rough coming in this afternoon, and it blew off, and I didn't have enough time to turn around and go get it. So yeah, I called.
Trip, how do you feel about his Auburn hat blowing off? He's good with that.
I caught almost 20 pounds of smallmouth today, and I quite possibly had the worst day of my life. I lost my lucky Auburn hat, But check this out. Bass hooked me up.
Oh, they did, literally hooked you up.
They hooked me up, really. Why didn't I come up with that idea?
It's a great idea. Wait till you turn the lights off. It's got a special feature where it says Roll Tide right across it if you turn the lights off.
No, boo.
But you're done. No, you can stay there awkwardly for as long as you want, really. I mean... But if you want to be done, you can be done. All right. Enjoy the hat. All right. All right, let's bring through our next angler from Georgia, Micah Fraser. Micah had 37 pounds and 5 ounces as of this morning. 5 fish here today for the Elite Series champion. 17-2 puts him in 21st place currently. Want to remind everybody, this is the Yeti Bassmaster Elite, and that beautiful Yeti prize pack at the front of the stage. It's going to go to our champion, and you held one of those trophies not too long ago, and become a real player in these smallmouth derbies, really. And you look at a guy from Georgia. Well, what have you done, or how have you adapted? I mean, obviously you know how to catch them. You won a smallmouth derby, but you're really a player in every one of them now.
Man, starting when I was 17 or 18, I got to spend a lot of summers up north, and I've just developed a lot of confidence in it, and I can just get out there and mill around, and I have confidence that you'll run into them, and that's what you have to have here. I never found that area here that had a lot of fish in one spot, but I picked up a Norman crankbait and just covered a lot of water, and that's kind of foolproof here. If you just cover enough water with a crankbait, you'll run into enough of those quality bites to have a good tournament, and that's what I did this week, and it paid off again. So
awesome to see. We look forward to seeing how this season finishes out. 4 stops ahead of us. His first season on the Bassmaster Elite Series from Grove City, PA, Destin Marion. Had 38 pounds, 7 ounces, and another good day here today. Let's get him up that leaderboard. 5 fish alive, and they're all nice size. 21 pounds, 11 ounces. Gives him 60 pounds, 2 ounces. Puts him in 16th place currently, and a great finish. Listen, I'm sorry I don't know if I'm supposed to bring this up, but you have duct taped your leg. Well, I mean, I've seen people come with boats duct taped together, rods duct taped together, but never an angler duct taped together. What is going on over there?
So, ironically, this isn't the first time I've been duct taped on Bassmaster stage.
I missed it the last time, I guess.
The last time was at the James River. I ripped my pants out on the water, so Chris Bose actually covered my pants in the pitcher. But I was fighting that fish, and I was kind of like going around the boat, and it just split while I was fighting it. So I had to duct tape it when I got in here.
you rather than just do a strip down the split, you went right around the leg.
Well, we tried that first, but it didn't hold up. It was too ripped.
Well, we don't want any wardrobe malfunction, especially with our new ESPN viewers watching. And that
yeah,
sort
exactly.
of thing.
It's family friendly, right?
Great finish. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you all season long. Let's bring out a former Phoenix Boats, a Big Bass champion from Youngsville, Louisiana, Tyler Carrier. $38 pounds, 3 ounces, and another good day here today. 17 pounds, 15 ounces, gives him 56 pounds and 2 ounces. Tyler Carrier moves into 22nd place and going to roll back to Louisiana with a great payday here from beautiful Lake St. Clair. Tyler, great finish. Got to be happy with the way this one worked out. I mean, but what's the Louisiana guy doing catching these smallmouth like that? What did you do that so many guys from the South didn't do? There are a lot of people struggled.
Man, I don't know. I actually like catching smallmouth. It's strange, being from the South, but he spit a perch up.
It spit up a perch. So wait a second. There's a perch in that fish's mouth, and it's spitting it up. But because it had it, and it's not all the way up, so it's okay. All right. Just getting the fish rolling.
I just came over here and just started drifting around and finally found a couple schools of fish and just stuck my head down and just fished those areas. But I think I kind of ran out of fish, or they moved a little bit and I couldn't relocate them, the big ones. But I'm proud. I'm glad of this finish. I'm gonna be packing up the truck, head back home. But the Skeeter Yamaha ran great out there in that ocean. We talked about that this morning. It's rough out there. The boat did good. I want to thank all my sponsors, and we'll see y'all at the next one.
Safe travels and congrats on a great finish. From Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a former Classic qualifier, Derek Hudnall. Skeeter Yamaha Pro had 35 pounds and 14 ounces to start the day. 5 to add to that here today. Let's get him some Angler of the Year points. 16-11 with 52 pounds and 9 ounces. He moves into 24th place currently. Going to dig deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag and hold a few fish up for you to see. Want to thank all our viewers for watching on Bassmaster.com and welcome all our new viewers. Been watching all day long on ESPN2. You're going to be able to watch the action all day long tomorrow. Bassmaster.com kicking off at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then I believe at noon we kick off on ESPN2. And Derek, great to have you here. I know you want to be sticking around tomorrow, but hey, Saturday, at least you're getting paid to leave.
Hey, it's Saturday, man. This place is incredible. You know, this was a tournament about improvising for me. My primary area that I thought I could compete to win this thing in, they just vanished. I never could catch them. So I had to run new water every day. You know, found enough to get me into the day. But, man, gosh, this place is incredible. And I think the only thing that might be more impressive than the smallmouth is the boat wakes out there. Because these people know how to have fun out here. So, but, man, incredible place. I'm kind of sad that the northern swing's over. But, gosh, we'll see all you guys down south.
That fun you speak of, it's just starting. You should really
Yeah.
go out there in an hour.
Yeah.
It'll be even more fun. Speaking of fun, let's bring up a guy who made a top 10 at our last event from Richmond, Virginia, Edward Loughran III. The barrister at 36 pounds even yesterday, or as of yesterday when he left the dock this morning. 5 to add to that here today. 18 pounds, 14 ounces gives him 54 pounds and 14 ounces. And Ed Loughran moves into 23rd place and going to round out our northern swing with a great run. I'm not really shocked to see that, man. Smallmouth event, you definitely have shown you can hang with these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable fishing for smallmouth, and I've been to Champlain a number of times and here a few times, so I'm fairly comfortable. Once I get somewhere 2 or 3 times, I'm usually in line with what I need to be. But it's been a great tournament. Caught that big fish yesterday. I don't know. I assume it's holding up so far.
It is, yeah. Still leading Phoenix Boats Big Bass.
That's great. Had a great week that capped it off, and just want to say thank you to all my sponsors. As always, my boat and motor, the Mercury Bass Cat, just worked flawlessly. And the Shimano equipment and Gamakatsu hooks, those are a couple things that for smallmouth, I just don't know if I could do without. So I really appreciate them helping me out, and as always, Missile Baits.
Awesome to have you here. Congrats on another great finish. We'll see you at our next event. Let's bring out a 10-time Classic qualifier from Brookville, Indiana, Dollar Bill Lowen. 36 pounds and 15 ounces as of this morning. Good day to finish this tournament off for him. 16-9 gives him 53 pounds and 8 ounces. He moves into 25th place. So, Bill, another good finish on the Elite Series. Unfortunately, not sticking around till Sunday, but a great event for you. And yesterday, obviously, a big day.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, after my last event, finishing almost dead last, that was the worst tournament of my career. You know, it makes you nervous to come and fish because you want to catch them. You want to catch them all the time. And fortunately, I got on some fish here and got to fish on Saturday, which is always a good thing. But I want to thank everybody out there in the boats for coming. I want to thank everybody that makes it possible for me to be here. We're going to take that Express and that Yamaha home and go do a lot of pre-fishing, get ready for this upcoming schedule because we got 3 back-to-backs. It's going to be interesting. But like I said, I want to thank everybody that makes it possible for me to be here. I want to thank my support crew. Thank everybody at Bass for what they do, especially during these crazy times, keeping us all safe, and looking forward to the next one.
Thank you and your incredible family. We look forward to seeing you down the road. Let's bring up a 9-time Classic qualifier from Gainesville, Florida, Bernie Schultz. 36 pounds and 6 ounces to start the day. 5 to add to that here today. 19 pounds and an ounce. He moves into 23rd place with 55 pounds and 7 ounces. Rolled out this morning in the Power Pole Pro Charge Wrapped Ranger Mercury and went to work, bringing us back 19 pounds and an ounce. $55 pounds, 7 ounces. And Bernie, it looks like that one is not done fighting yet. We're going to wait for Phoenix Boat's Big Bass. He's better than 5'10" for the day. 4'9", not going to take that. But Bernie, another northern event and another good payday.
Yeah,
Not
it
so
feels
bad.
good. I like it up here, that's for sure. Today was full of challenges, but we kind of overcame most of them. Caught a lot of fish, used multiple different techniques and baits. Had fun this morning with a skidder V, a Rapala skidder V. Had a 4-pounder, big 4-pounder, might have been 5. Crushed the thing. I fight it all the way to the boat, and it pulls off. And 2 3.5-pounders grabbed the bait, and I was like Kobe Krieger for 4 or 5 minutes, and I fought both of them around, and one of them came off. Ended up with a 3-pounder. I had 10 pounds of fish in one cast. Ended up with one 3-pounder. But anyway, I used a Yamamoto shad-shaped worm on a drop shot, and a little swim bait that I designed for saltwater fishing. It's really good on smallmouth. It's called the Drum Roller, and it's made by Hildebrandt. Those were my key baits.
Very cool. Congrats on a great finish. We look forward to seeing you all season long. Let's bring up last year's Rookie of the Year. Had a big day yesterday. Looking to keep it going from Florida, Drew Cook. When digging out of that hole yesterday, it looks like he went back to work again today. At 38-1 as of this morning, 18-4 today, moves him into 22nd place with 56 pounds and 5 ounces. 56 pounds and 5 ounces for the young Florida pro, our reigning and defending Elite Series Rookie of the Year. 56-5 and a good tournament, man. When you, I know after day number 1, you dug a little bit of a hole, but definitely dug yourself out of it and put yourself in a good spot leaving town.
Yeah, I definitely salvaged this event after the first day. Today I had a blast. I caught so many bass. They were all just like 3-1, 3-2, but I caught all my fish drop shotting, 4.25 inch big bite, triple or joint jerk minnow and tilapia magic, and you just drop it around, and every time you'd hook one and one follow it, drop it over. But yesterday, I didn't say anything on the way in yesterday, but I had what could have been a train wreck start. So at the house we were at, the breaker tripped and nothing charged, so my cranking battery was dead. So at 8 o'clock, my cranking battery was dead, and I had to jump the motor off and leave it running all day long. So I fished for 8 hours with the motor running. If I wouldn't have had Battle-Born batteries, then I would have not had a trolling motor all day yesterday. So I owe everything yesterday to those batteries, because without them, I'd have just been aimlessly out there drifting around. But we had a good event. Now we got three tournaments back down where I live, so get a flipping stick and go to work.
Look forward to seeing you there. From Breckenridge, Texas, give me a little love for Randy Sullivan. 39 pounds and an ounce to start the day. He was the first boat out in our second flight, I believe. 5 fish here today. 19 pounds, 4 ounces, gives him 58 pounds and 5 ounces. And he moves into 21st place currently. With just 10 anglers left in our way, and our tournament leader continues to be John Cox with 66 pounds, 2 ounces. He's also leading Phoenix Boat's Big Bass for the day with a 5'10". But Randy, decent tournament. Got to be happy with the way this one finished.
Yeah, I've been looking for a little bit of traction for a while now. It hadn't been going great, but I spent my entire time out there just going and cranking and cranking and cranking, and I just am worn out. But I didn't get many bites. The ones I did, I got to give credit to my rods. I never lost a single fish on a crankbait. 6-gill fishing has some awesome cranking rods. But other than that, I had a pretty good event. I'm not going to complain any. Like I said, didn't miss fish. Made a little bit of some poor decisions early on, but I think I made up for that in the end.
Sure did. Congrats on a great event. We look forward to seeing you at our next one. Let's bring up a former TTBC champion and a 7-time Classic qualifier from Reed Springs, Missouri, the Snowman, Brian Snowden. At 37-13 to start the day. 5 fish for Brian Snowden here on semifinal Saturday. 16-13 moves him into 27th place with 54 pounds and 10 ounces. So, Brian, a good finish here this week, and it's always a lot of fun fishing out there until you have to run back through all that boat wake, I'm sure.
Yeah, I thought Lake of the Ozarks had some boats, but this place, they came out and showed us what it's all about today. It was a great time. Always love coming up north and catching those big smallmouth, so hopefully we'll be back soon, and just want to thank everyone that keeps me out here, all the sponsors, and my lovely wife and family for their support. Thank you, guys.
Safe travels. We'll see you down the road. All the way from Del Rio, Texas, Ray Hanselman Jr. Ray Hanselman had 39 pounds as of this morning. 5 fish here today. 39 as of this morning. Look for 22.9 to get inside the cut. But really just trying to move up that leaderboard, get himself as many Angler of the Year points as possible as we finish our 5th event of the season. 18-10 gives him 57 pounds and 10 ounces. Moving to 22nd place, and not a bad finish. I know after day 1, it's a little frustrating because it kind of fell off after that. But, man, a good finish here, a smallmouth derby.
Yeah, it was great. Day 1, I found a really big school of fish in practice, and they stayed. And then day 2, they were gone. I had caught one dink there, and it was like 10 acres of fish. It was crazy. But I ran all that stuff again this morning. About 11 o'clock, I just put that in the trash can and went to where I caught them last year. I put on a Strike King Thunder Cricket and a 2.5 and just burned up some shallow water and did that in about an hour and a half. So wish I'd have started doing that this morning. But, this being dead calm, that lake out there is rougher now than it was when the wind was blowing 20, but it's great because those big boats out there flying the American flag, it's awesome. We're very fortunate to live in this country where we can do things like this, fish tournaments and go out on lakes and have a big time. One more thing, I kind of had a stressful week. The day before I left, I had found a spot on the back of my neck that didn't look right, so I went to my dermatologist and he did a biopsy, and it turns out it's melanoma. But they think they got it early. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just more of awareness. You young people out there, you need to cover up, wear sunscreen. Because I've been guiding since I was 19 years old, 200 days a year. In my 20s and 30s, I didn't wear a shirt, thought I was pretty cool. And I got burned up, and now I'm paying the price now. But, it's a serious deal. And just like I said, just cover up, man.
Thank you for the great message and good luck with everything.
I want to, also I want to thank all my sponsors. Smith Industries, couldn't do this without you. Greg Klepper, Energy and Automation. My biggest fan, my dad, my wife and kids. I'm southbound and down in the morning. See ya.
Safe travels. We look forward to seeing you all season long. From Montebello, Alabama, the 2018 Forest Wood Cup champion, Clint Davis. Had 38 pounds and 6 ounces as of this morning. 5 to add to that here today. 19 pounds, 8 ounces with 57.14. Got to be smiling leaving town. But let's see that smile as he holds a few fish up here for our viewers on Bassmaster.com. Want to remind everybody to follow the action all day long tomorrow. All morning on Bassmaster.com and all afternoon on ESPN2 starting at noon tomorrow. But Man, a good tournament. I mean, you got to be happy with the way this one finished up for you.
Yeah, I'll take it, man. No doubt. Couldn't be happier with this northern swing. I usually don't make cuts up here. We got all 3 of them knocked out, so couldn't be happier. Had a blast all week. And today, Cobb and I just went out and said, heck, we'll float around together and have a good time. I think he got a little bigger bag than me, but, man, we had a blast catching them all day. This lake is just, I mean, it's one of my favorites. I don't really like fishing tournaments up here because I always get my butt kicked, but it's fun.
It sure is a lot of fun, and congrats on a great finish.
Appreciate it. We'll see you in Gunnersville.
Safe travels. We'll see you there. From Greenwood, South Carolina, a 2-time Elite Series champion, the COBB, Brandon Cobb. At 36 pounds and 2 ounces to start the day. 5 fish to add to that here today. 21 even gives him 20, puts him in 24th place with 57 pounds and 2 ounces. $57.2, and he moves into 24th place currently. And Brandon, decent finish here this week.
Yeah, I kind of struggled a little bad yesterday and was trying to make up for it today. You can't complain with 21 pounds, and had one of the most fun days on the water I've had in a while. Me and Clint, we decided this morning, like, let's just go fish together. So me and Clint went and fished about 10 feet apart all day and talked the whole time, and he caught 19.8 and I caught 21, and had a blast fishing beside each other.
Well, why? Why did you choose to do that, though?
Well, so we both knew a couple areas that had some fish, and a lot of times when you fish through an area, you catch 1 or 2, and you don't realize how many are there. But when you have somebody you work well with fishing together through it, if he'd catch a good one, about, oh, there is a few more big ones here. It kind of works well on a few areas here as long as it's not too crowded.
That's pretty neat. I just wondered what the theory was. Congrats on a great finish,
Thank
and
you.
we look forward to seeing you down south.
Thank you. Ready to go back south.
From Spring Grove, Illinois, Chris Groh. Chris Groh was our day one Phoenix Bolt's big bass leader with a 6-pounder. Saw him do that live on ESPN2. Had 36.15 as of this morning, 5 alive here today. 16.10 gives him 53 pounds and 9 ounces. Groh moves into 32nd place and rolls out of town with a great payday. Chris, timing is really, truly everything. And, you know, we see it at every tournament. You have a great finish here this week. But I know for you, maybe it's a little frustrating because if this tournament had been maybe 3 days earlier during pre-fish, it was ridiculous for you during that time, was it not?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like I said, both days cranking was the MO. 20.5 dredger, Berkeley bait in perch. But today, guess what? They did not eat it, so I had to go to the flatworm, the old standby, and drop on them. But today, I mean, I've been blessed with some big fish here in this derby, and today I had another one show up. It's a smallmouth derby. I fished 98.7% clean, except for that one, and broke that fish off. It was definitely one of those 5.5 pound class fish, but it is what it is. This place is awesome. I can't wait to come back, and for me to right the ship here and you know, make the cut going into these next 4 tournaments, the second half grinder events, reminds me of back home, and you know, that's what we're gonna do. Frog, flip, and just, you know, try to get 5-6 bites and turn this thing around and get to the classic. That's the goal here.
Congrats on a great finish. Did the Chain Rats proud. We look forward to seeing you down south. From Lake Wylie, South Carolina, Todd Otten. Todd Otten, a 4-time Classic qualifier, 6-time Forest Wood Cup qualifier, was part of our Super 6 at the Classic this year. Had 36 pounds even at the start of today. 5 to add to that. Let's get him some Angler of the Year points. 15 pounds, 14 ounces, gives him 51.14. And Todd Otten moves into 35th place. And anytime you're here in semifinal Saturday, you know you're getting a good payday.
Yeah, you know, it's all about just getting a few more points today. You know, I knew I'd have to have like 26 pound today just to move in or so. But it was a fun day, fun week. Caught a lot of fish. I probably did the wrong thing. I did fish shallow and caught all my fish shallow. So, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But if you have all the fish you lose, you'd be right there. But that's what it, that's what fishing. But like to shout out to my wife, tell her I'll be home tomorrow, and think this place, this crowd of people that's out here is amazing on the water.
It really is truly awesome. It's like a free ride on your way in.
Yep.
Awesome to have you here. Congrats.
Yep. Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you down the road. Let's bring out the second most famous man from Corbin, Kentucky, Mike Huff. At 37 pounds, 11 ounces to start the day. Unfortunately, one short of a limit here today. 4 fish, 9 pounds, 3 ounces. Going to give you 46.14. But if the wheels are going to fall off, might as well fall off on a day where you're guaranteed to be paid.
That's exactly right. I'm still trying to figure out what happened to him today, Dave. But maybe the boat traffic, and I just did not adjust. But it's never a bad thing when you make the cut. So I'm glad to do that. And I got to give a shout out to my brother-in-law. It's his birthday. Got to get home for his party tonight.
Get home. Enjoy yourself. From Asheville, Alabama, let's bring out a former TTBC champion, Matt Herron. Just a few anglers left today. Want to thank all our floating fans that hung out with us for a little while today. We'll be doing this again tomorrow, but we have our top 10 to be Championship Sunday. 17 pounds, 6 ounces. Gives him 54 pounds and 4 ounces. And Matt Herron with another good finish on the Bassmaster Elite Series here on semifinal Saturday at the Yeti Bassmaster Elite on Lake St. Clair. So, Matt, not a bad one this time around, but never really flirting with contention in the top 10. But hey, man, you weren't really worried about not making the top 40 for a long time, I don't think.
No, it was a solid week. I had a great time. I was fishing up in the river, using that 360 and fishing boulders, 25, 30 foot of water. I had a ball doing it. They, all this really didn't matter about 1045. I had a 394 in my hand on a cull ball and a 274 that I was fixing to cull. And the cabin cruiser about got me in the middle fork. And in my haste to get up and I'm spot locked in the middle of the river to get to the trolling motor, I fell, and guess which one I dropped?
How come you never, I'm assuming the big one?
Oh, yeah, the big one. And I never, and the 274 is still in there. That kind of ended the day, but at the time, I didn't care. I was alive. He literally missed me by that. Just be careful on the water.
Be very, very careful on the water, ladies and gentlemen. We're thankful you are back safe. Let's bring out a former Carhart College Bass champion from Monroe, Louisiana, Brett Pruitt. At 38 pounds and 8 ounces to start today. 3 to add to that here today, 9:14. Going to put you in 38th place. And like you've heard a few times, getting paid to leave town, so not so bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, especially when beginning of the week I didn't know if I was going to fish or not with a really hurt finger. But I got to give a shout out to the guys I travel with, Quentin Capo, Tyler Carrier, Austin Felix, and my beautiful girlfriend that come here. They all doctored me and took care of me every day, and I got it done and still made the cut, so thankful for that, and thank the good Lord I'm able to do this.
Thankful to have you with us. We look forward to seeing you all season long. A former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, Brandon Card. At 38 pounds, 11 ounces as of this morning. 5 fish here today. £17 pounds, 10 ounces with 56.5. He moves into 27th place and qualifies for another great payday here on the Bassmaster Elite Series. So, Brandon, a good finish. I mean, you said day one of the weigh-in, you used to be scared of smallmouth. So, I mean, nothing to be scared of right now because caught him good this week.
Yeah, I mean, definitely my track record on St. Clair has been a little hit or miss for the most part. So, definitely my best finish on St. Clair. So, super excited about getting more confidence, smallmouth fishing. And, hopefully we'll just keep building on that. And then now we're going down south, and we're going to go jerk on some largemouth. So it's going to be a fun schedule. You know, I love fishing in the fall, so definitely looking forward to that. Just want to say thank you to Suzuki for all the support. And I'm heading up to Minnesota, going to fish Mille Lacs and Minnetonka with blackfish, so that'll be fun.
Enjoy yourself. We look forward to seeing you at our next event. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our semifinal Saturday weigh-in here at the Yeti Bassmaster Elite. Your tournament leader, the same one since day number 1. John Cox is leading with 66 pounds and 2 ounces, but don't get comfortable. 1 ounce behind him, the Bass Nation National Champion, Cody Holland, followed by Corey Johnston, Clark Wendlandt, Shane LaHue, Jay Ellis, Chris Johnston, Bill Weidler, Jake Whittaker, and rounding out our top 10, making his 3rd top 10 in a row from Japan, Takumi Ito. We started with 85, cut it down to 40. Now just 10 remain. It'll all go down right here on Lake St. Clair, starting at 6:30 tomorrow morning, and we'll see you on Bassmaster Live.